Hello Nitro fans, Racing 393 for another video series. I get a lot of enjoyment out of stripping down old Nitros and putting them back together, mainly Nitros. I like building new electric kits and new Nitro kits, but I get a lot of enjoyment out of rebuilding and refurbishing and uh, old vintage Nitro. It's something which I don't know, I think my part of the reason I do my YouTube channel is to allow me to share that experience with you, if I'm honest. But as you know, if you watch my channel, there's various electric kits as well, and I've got loads of electric kits which I haven't built yet. And there's lots of Nitro kits which I've got like bought secondhand, but I've got to restore them in some way. So anyway, without further ado, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to a really, really, really old Nitro. And I must admit, I'm I must admit, I have seen some videos of this particular car, the Mardave Marauder, I think it's called. Some are absolutely stunning. It just sounds awesome. And there's others, and it looks, well, for a better word, it looks shit. Now, I like the retroness of it. Now, in this video, we're going to start stripping it down and seeing what we got. Now, it is the engine's an Ervine .20 or Ervine 20, super old, super knackered probably. It's got an old is it ABC liner? Is that what they're called? Yeah, like I said, I should know. ABC. I think it's aluminium, brass, chrome. So it doesn't last long. In nitro terms, it's probably done on how many tanks of fuel you put through it. Also, how well you look after your nitro engine and lubrication, and how hot you run it, how often you run it, how high you rev it, the mixture, all this. So all this contributes towards the longevity of your nitro engine. And when you buy these old nitros, most of them have been like, I don't know, just, well, as expected, ran till they stop. Now, the one I've got doesn't have a lot of compression. Spoiler alert, because I've done this intro after I've done what you're going to see on the video. The piston has got a piston ring, which I haven't seen that in all my nitros that I've done. I've not seen that, and it's got a really, really small piston ring. It looks knackered, and the whole thing does look knackered. So again, another little insight. I'm gonna have to try and pinch the sleeve ever so slightly, just so it's got some resistance, but not too much, because that's why it's got a piston ring, which is probably worn away nearly. So yeah, it's quite a lot to do, and I must admit, taking it apart, you get into that 1981 original hardware, which has been left, done up, and left. And yeah, some of these nuts and bolts are really difficult to get out, and I don't want to break anything. So what I'm going to do in this video is we're going to strip the engine out, take the electrics out. I'm going to check if they work. I might sell them because I don't want the old electrics. I don't know how far I'm going to get down the road yet on this, because I don't think it's all there. Upon investigation, you'll find out that there's a lot that I need to do. So in this video, we'll take the engine out, and I strip the engine. And since I've done the video, or since I've done what I've done, I have actually cleaned the engine down. So I've already done that, and that'll be spoken about in part 2. So let me know your thoughts about this, whether you've got one of these, or what do you think? What do you think about the old Nitros? Um, have you got any, and do you restore them, or do you just get the new ones, of almost plug and play, and out you go? I mean, what's your opinion? I'd like to hear back and sort of, find out what you guys think. Anyway, without further ado, please sit back and we can enjoy part 1 of my Mardave Marauder rebuild. Welcome to another video. I'm wearing the same hoodie for the last, I don't know how long, but we are here for perhaps what might not be as popular. I don't know. Nitro doesn't seem to be as popular as electrics, as in radio control cars. But I've got some notes here as well, so I can quote some things. Now I've got here a car that's going to be a bit of a Marmite car. It's actually a bit of a Marmite car for myself, but I just like the thought of owning one and restoring one to the best of my ability. Mardave Marauder. 1981 this come out, so this is around the same time as like Tamiya, Sand Scorcher, Rough Rider, around that sort of time. I think they might have been 82, 83, but I think I can't exactly quote which Tamiya electric cars were around when these were out, but Mardave have been quite prolific with, if you've into the 1/8 Nitro stock car scene, massive. Back in the day, I used to have a Nitro stock car from Mardave, and I sold it because I sort of came out of the hobby. But I had a choice of getting like one that's nearly done, like restored, one that was restored. There's still one I might get. I don't know. It might be sold now. It was like 2 cars in bits. And I thought to myself, I don't know how far to go with it. Anyway, I've got this one, and I'll take the lid off in a minute. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you too much close up, unless I get my other camera. But anyway, basic 2-wheel drive buggy, 1981. It's all alloy plastic. There's no diff. It's direct drive. It's got even no dampers. It's just springs. I don't know if you can see in there, but these are just springs. I mean, it really is bouncy. And the front, it's got wishbone front springs and 2 like twin wishbone, double wishbone, and the backs are just single wishbone with just a coil spring. It's not even a damper. The back on this one needs some hubs, plastic sort of, what are they called? Bush journals. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, this hasn't got them. They're broken, but I have got new ones. So they just come out, but this has got to be stripped completely down. The other problem with this is the engine has got no compression hardly at all whatsoever. So that's the first thing. I do understand it's an Ervine 20, an ABC type engine, so probably knackered. They do come in, I've read, I'll have to check up on it, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Alloy chassis, direct drive, universal joints and coil sprung undampered wishbone suspension. All the things that are proven to be shit. Incidentally, in my wisdom, I have bought a new battery box a new wing and a new body shell. I don't even know if this one's original or not. I don't know, I think I might try and tidy this one up first and then do one for this. For the purists out there, this wing, this angle, that has got to go like that, hasn't it? We don't want it flat. It doesn't look shit. It's like an old-fashioned stock car in my eyes. So without actually being a stock car, it's got the wrong tyres on, the wrong wheels. I think these are stock car 1/8 stock car wheels and tyres, if I'm honest. It's supposed to have like ribbed front wheels and like a off-road type tyre. I think they are, and they have been sponge anyway. I think but anyway, I think what we do now, we're going to start stripping it down. I think the main thing at the minute, is probably the engine, if I'm honest with you. The electrics can come out, as I think I showed you previously. This is the original Ranger high-tech system. I'm not going to use this. I'll make sure, I'll see if it works, and then I'll sell it on, you know, for those purists out there. But this is in fairly good condition. This has got the aerial. I don't know if it works. I'll have to put some batteries in, but that'll be a separate thing anyway. I won't bother filming that. And the reason I chose this one, I've got others, I've got sort of 3 kits on the go at the moment, and 3 sort of models. This well, hopefully, this is famous last words. This should be easier. I don't know whether I'll change to a different view. I don't know yet. This one's not too bad. Some stuff has fallen off it, but yeah, it's a basic plastic ABS body shell. And you can see here, everything's falling off this anyway. It's all there, but this engine, I mean, has it got, like I said in my other video, is there anything in it? Yeah, that's going to be the turning point. You won't be able to get. I did find one of these actually. Saw one for sale. It was like 160 quid new. But I think the first thing to do is maybe we'll just take the electrics off. What is it? It's all like old Philips hardware, isn't it? So, I don't know how well this will be, but anyway, let's take. I mean, even the servos sound shit. Where should I start? Got to remember, 1981. I find this bit really exciting, taking things apart for the first time. I don't know why. That's why I spend most of my time repairing stuff and not actually doing anything. Okay, all the electrics are out. Let's take the fuel tank off. That'll need cleaning. Not
sure how that'll work because it's broken. It's got to pressurise. I mean, it does say it's a glow engine, which is a bit weird. Okay. Okay, what else? Maybe take this plate out. This battery box. Let's take this out. Oh, that's longer. Okay. Super basic. It's almost like I built it. I think the next thing to perhaps do for now is get this engine out. It should only come out with 4 bolts. Maybe. If you can see what I can see. Well, yeah, there's two. The engine mount bolts both ends. So I've got the exhaust manifold off here. What I had to do, these are the exhaust sort of bolts, if you like. They're quite long. They go through that into the side of the engine. I had to cut the slot in that one because it had been stripped. I think now, I don't know, I've got to try and take the engine off now, which is going to be difficult. That just moves. So they all moved bar one. Right. Let me get what I can out. It's almost like working on a real car. Problem is, I don't know if it's stripping or undoing. I don't know. We have success. Well, kind of, it's out. I've just got to get part of the engine mount off, or the standoffs. Hopefully that won't be too bad. You can see there, the standoff, that standoff, although it's loose, it's super tight. I'm going to have to leave it on there for now. Surprisingly, they both come undone. There's just 2 fixing screws. Can't believe that. Well, they're not screws, they're like, what are they? God. The smallest grub screw in the world. Oh my God, how the hell is that a thing? That is obscene. Don't know what size they are. Don't know if that's an Ervine carb though, I have to say, I don't know. Could be. There's no seal. Oh, there is a seal. But that's quite loose. Fortunately, that's loose. Where is my glow driver? The one that I use. There. Only because I know it's charged. Right. Are we ready? Stay in my hands like a fucking. I'm not like a. Wait, it's still glowing. Where am I? God, where the hell am I? See that? Well, that's a good thing. It feels exactly the same as it did with the plug-in. Let me, I'm going to see if I can take the cooling head off. Didn't think I'd get that out. But there's no keyway. I can't remember which way it went in, but I think it looks knackered. Don't know. Stop showing the screen, you twat. But right, I will get the piston out now. Let's get that out. Yeah, Ervine 20. The rarest, shittest, knackeredness Nitro that I own. God, stay a minute, it's like I've just done a strip down in a real car, like I said before. It's mental. Right, let's strip the rest down a minute. Let me get the try and get this E-clip off. Okay, right, that's the end of that one. That's off. Flywheel off. Engine sort of stripped. Can't get the crank out, unfortunately. What else? We'll clean this up. There's no pinch whatsoever. Zero. So I'm gonna have to try and do something with that. The pinion looks in pretty good condition. It's got a sort of bearing in there, or a brass. What's in there? Oh yeah, roller bearing. That's still in one piece. Don't think it matters which way it goes in, but we'll clean that up as well. Okay. God, look at the state of me. First things first, we'll give this a clean out everything at the engine side of it, and we'll see if we can revitalise it. Ervine 20. Something really rare there, look. See that? Made in England. It's rare, isn't it? Right, okay, so let me put all this in a box, take it in, we'll clean it, and I'll be back out. Ready for part 2, to be honest. I'm going to tidy up now. It's taken a lot longer than I anticipated, I have to say. But that's it for part 1, and I'll catch up again for part 2. See you in a bit. See you soon.